Good morning. This is Sunrise with Dr. Surjit Khanna. It's a news bite for anyone ages 10 to 25, and it's brought to you by Khanna for Kids. That's KHANNA for kids. It's a good morning message and a short snippet of the news just for today's youth. We are on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a little bit after 9 o'clock. Join us on Facebook.com/Khanna, the number 4 kids. And our other social networks. Dr. Khanna is an attorney, a child safety advocate, a servant of the underserved, and champion of the nonprofit organization Voice of the Kids. He also recently launched his post-incarceration Juvenile Justice Reformation Act initiative. That's a lot of words, but we call it short for the returningyouth.com campaign. That's returningyouth.com, returning young adults back to a productive life after incarceration. This initiative provides post-incarceration young adults with housing and training, along with required medical and psychological assistance needed to secure a job and bring their careers and greatly improve their lives. And we have launched the first house in New Jersey, in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Today we're going to talk about this day in history is when the Mayflower docked outside of Providence, uh, Massachusetts. Good morning, Dr. Khanna.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, everyone. Nice to have all of you back on this SunRISE Friday. Is one of my favorite day, Friday. Well, the most favorite day is, let's go back to the history. As Gary always says, this is a news bite. So just wanted to give you a little bit bite of it. What happened in the past, how everything started, how United States of America started. This is the starting point. That is the Mayflower docks at Plymouth Harbor, that is in Massachusetts. On December 18, 1620, few years before our Gary was born, 1620. This is 2020, so it was 1620. Were you born, Gary, at the time?
I was very young.
So on December 18, 1620, the British ship, the Mayflower, the name was Mayflower, docks at modern-day Plymouth, Massachusetts, and its passengers prepared to begin their new settlement called Plymouth Colony. Well, let's go back to the history. How did this famous Mayflower story begin? 1606, that's when this Mayflower story began, when a group of reform-minded Puritans in Nottinghamshire, England, founded their own church, separate from the state-sanctioned Church of England. Because those days, all the churches in England were state-sanctioned. So there were accusations when people do not follow the rules of those churches, because it is state-sanctioned. It is controlled by the King of England. Anyway, so accused of those state-sanctioned Church of England, they were forced to leave the country and settle in more tolerant country called Netherlands, which is next to UK. After 12 years of struggling to adapt and make a decent living, the group sought financial backing from some London merchants and set up a colony, or planned to set up a colony in America. That's how the whole journey started, and not discovery, but the colony in America started. So on September 6th, 1620, 102 of them became passengers of that Mayflower. They named it as the Mayflower, the boat or the ship, you can say. They all dubbed pilgrims by William Bradford a passenger who could become the first governor of Plymouth Colony. So crowded on the Mayflower to begin the long, hard journey to a new life, to the new world. You see how when you are persistent, you can do something good. That's how today we see the United States is so diversified, and it is a land of opportunities, land of freedom, the land of the brave. Why? Only because of this 102 passengers, they took the initiative by themselves, got together, jumped on a boat, and came. This is a long story, so I'm not going to go to the deep of the story, but I would like to say that this is how the Mayflower Compact started. The main, where this whole the independence and everything started from here. So I'm going to touch a little bit about what is Mayflower Compact. Well, Mayflower Compact was clearly a religious document in that it held that the people derived their right of self-government from God. But it did not mention a specific church or a specific method of worship, leaving it open for acceptance by both the separatists, pilgrims, and the strangers, many of whom remained loyal to the Church of England. Now you understand how our Constitution started. This is why our first amendment of the Constitution is freedom of speech. Not only that, freedom of practice of your faith. So this is where it started, from Mayflower Compact. That's the document. Finally, as the first written constitution in the New World, the Mayflower Compact laid the foundations for two other revolutionary documents. That is, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. So this is how our United States Declaration of Independence, Constitution was written. All started from this day, December 18th, 1620, when this Mayflower ship, they docked in Massachusetts. That's when everything started. The revolutionary thing of United States of America. Well, we call it United States of America right now, but it used to be America, and that's how the whole thing started. So Gary, what do you think about the Mayflower? Do you go back and do you kind of see a little bit how does that impact today, whatever is going on in 2020 because of pandemic?
I do think so. I think someone very famous said, if we don't remember the past, we are condemned to repeat it. So it's important to understand the history of the country. And I'm going to ask you a funny question that's been posted on your Facebook page. It's just an interesting, funny question. Do you know the difference between the Puritan and the Pilgrim? Don't answer. It's on our Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Khanna4Kids and put your answer there. Do you know the difference between a Puritan and a Pilgrim? There is a difference. It's a big difference. And I'll tell you one other.
We did touch a little bit about that Puritan, Pilgrim. So I'm sure if the audience is catching up that, they can reply to the Facebook. I'm great. But I just wanted to make a small point that this is exactly 400 years today.
Wow.
1620 and 2020. This is exactly 400 years.
400 years. Wow.
Yes. So that means if those 102 passengers would not have taken the steps to sell the boat and come to America, and they call us America, then we would not have United States of America. So those 102 people are the founders of this. Again, a lot of things happened with this Mayflower Compact, but that's another day's story. But thank you very much, Gary, for bringing this point out. I want the audience to know what this Mayflower is, how important it is today, especially when we are going through this pandemic. There is always a hope. So in 2021, there is a hope that we can have a very new world and new country with all new young mass and young people. Thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you very much, Dr. Khanna. I'm going to tell you one more tidbit about the Pilgrims and the Puritans. When they came over, because they did not believe in bathing because they were very private people. So the Indians who met them actually said, gee, you Europeans, you stink. You don't bathe. Where the Indians bathe, but the Puritans and the Pilgrims didn't bathe. That's an interesting fact. So actually, the Indians were cleaner. I never knew that. A little tidbit. Hey, thank you for joining us here. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with Dr. Surjit Khanna. Hey, contact us at contactk.com because we want you, if you're anywhere between the ages of 10 and 30, to join us on this message, and we want to hear your thoughts. So we've had a number of young people on, but we would like someone on every day with us, 3 days a week. And again, just want to reach out to us. It's contactk.com. Fill out the form. We'll get back to you. And please keep in mind, tonight we have our radio show at 3 p.m. and you'll be able to listen to it at WPAT930am.com, or you can watch at Facebook.com, Khanna, the number 4 kids. So we have a lot going on. There's going to be a number of announcements. Number one, we are having a press conference next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday in Pennsylvania, to announce the launching of the initiative in Pennsylvania. The following Wednesday, we are having a press conference in Elizabeth to announce the launching of that building that we have just secured, the house. In addition, we have moved the dinner from that was supposed to be yesterday because of the snowstorm till the 30th also. So there's a lot going on. Please join us at returningyouth.com or khannaforkids.com. Dr. Khanna, thank you so much for your message today. It was very fun and interesting. Have a nice day. God bless you.